Have you ever been in a situation where a client, one of your customers, confronts or pushes back and says, how much are you getting paid? You know, there's a percentage, and this is a lot of professional services firms, so if you're an accountant, if you're a lawyer, whatever, but if not on hourly, obviously, those of you that are on charge by the hour, your clients know what you get paid. But the reason I'm bringing this question, the reason I'm raising this, what just happened to me recently, I was working with a client group, and we were talking about their clients asking them how much they get paid. In this firm, they get paid within a percentage of the services that they provide to their client. And what was interesting, and I thought I want to share this with you because you might be in a situation where you've had a client say to you, how much do you get paid? Rather than answering, and here's the thing that I'd like you to consider is next time you're in this situation, is not answer the question, but ask a question. So if they say, how much do you get paid, or what's the percentage out of this entire contract that you're getting paid, ask them, why would you like to know? Or why is that important? Or why do you raise that issue? And here's why I want you to do that. Because what typically happens, and if you're like most people, and that's this group I was working with, what really struck me was, right away they were prepared to justify their fee. They were prepared to actually lay out, here's how much you are paying us and what you're getting. You may get to that. You may at some point have to lay it out for your client and say, because they want to know exactly the breakdown of your fees and the costs and expenses and so forth. So I'm not saying don't do that. But what I am saying is, first of all, find out their motivation. So ask why. Because what you need to know before you respond, and quite frankly, before you can respond in a meaningful way, you have to understand what their concern is. Because their concern might be, how much are you getting paid, Ralph? Well, I'm getting this. Is that all? Gee, I thought you should be getting more. We typically tend to default to the negative and think, oh, they want to know how much we're getting paid because they're going to say it's too much. Well, actually, you know what? If you're delivering value, your client likes you, trusts you, and respects you, and there's true value in what you're providing, they may actually think, if you charge me twice that, I'd be okay with it because the value you're delivering is worth it to me. Now let's get back to the why you ask the why. When you understand their motivation, and here's an example, it might be a competitor that is coming in and saying, well, we can provide the services that you provide for 10% less, half price, whatever. Before you start justifying your costs, you have to understand who that competitor is. If you know your marketplace, you'll know what their offering is, you'll know if they're competent, you know if they're skilled. Are they bottom feeders, as I call them, where they come in, they bait and switch, so they'll get the business and then they don't actually deliver on what they said they were gonna? So before you can respond, you need to know what is motivating the client to ask. And before you, again, provide detail, is ask them why they're even considering this. Are they considering switching? Are they concerned with the service level or the quality of your products that you're providing? If you don't have that information, throwing numbers at them is really that's it. You're throwing numbers at them. You have to contextualize it. The other thing that with this particular client, again, this may relate to you if you are or will be in this situation, is what it led to is an opportunity for dialogue. Because when you ask your client, why do you want to know the percentage, or I'll break it down for you, but why is this an issue for you, or why is this a question that's concerning you now? It may open the door for further discussion, not only for the services you're providing where you demonstrate the value, but it may open the door to more business. You know what? We tend to think negatively. And if you're in sales or business development or client interface, we generally think when the client asks us this kind of a question, they're out to get us. There's something wrong. What about if you just stop, take a breath, and get them to explain why, and then present the value you deliver and ask more questions, primarily open-ended, right? We've talked about that before, to get to the understanding of the cause, and then respond with the value you provide, the expertise you deliver, the relationship you have, and the peace of mind you're providing that client. Move the discussion from how much you get paid to how much value you provide. That can be a profound change factor, not only in locking you in, but creating more business opportunities.